Welcome to Thunderbird Showpark. My name is Chris Pack. I'm the manager of operations and tournaments for Thunderbird. Thunderbird is 45 minutes east of Vancouver in British Columbia, in Langley, BC. And we are very proud of our brand new Titan coverall that we've put up this year. This is our third coverall at our facility, which is only 6 years old, and we are planning to add more as they just can be used for a variety of different things. You can see behind me that it's being used as a riding ring. We are a full-time training facility here now at Thunderbird, and even though they do have steel buildings and other options, they choose to ride in here because this is what they prefer. The light is great, the air is great, the horses don't spook, and it's basically the perfect size for a training facility to use. Many of our Grand Prix are televised. During August, we have 2 televised Grand Prix on TSN, which are nationally televised, and our feature class of the year is the Keg Steakhouse and Bar $50,000 Grand Prix. That class attracts riders from all over North America and some from Europe, as it's situated just before Spruce Meadows Masters tournament, and will attract the best riders from the world with horses valued well over $1 million, $2 million. And when those riders come, we need to take good care of them, and if we don't, they won't come back. So that's why we like to put them in preference stabling, and we give them preferential treatment. And this year we stabled all of our international riders in our Coverall Titan building. This Titan Coverall arena is 200 long by 100 wide. The one adjacent to us is 72 wide by 210 long, and that is basically used for a warm-up arena and for riding lessons, public riding lessons. And the stabling arena, which is 72 wide by 180 long, is filled with 12 by 12 and 10 by 10 stalls with a tack room and fans and lights and all of their grooming stalls.
Hi, my name is Laura Beliski, and I am in charge of the horses that are using the stalls in this coverall building, and we really enjoy it. One of the greatest things that's happening in the coverall is the light is so great. The horses love it. It feels like, I call it the greenhouse effect, and it feels great. Customers love it, the horses are happy, and you hardly ever have to put artificial lights on. So that is really a great thing about the coveralls. Other aspects of it, it was really easy for us to set up our barn in here, to be able to maneuver the stalls around, put the grooming stalls where we wanted them. We've got hay storage at one end, stalls, and we can change it if we want, but it's working really well that way as well. And we house about 45 horses plus our hay storage, groom stalls, and tack room, so it's really roomy as well. Well, we run a training operation that's here in Langley, and most of our customers are from the Lower Mainland. We have people from all over the Lower Mainland bring their horses to board here. At the horse shows, we set up temporary stalls in the other coveralls that we have as well, and people come from all over for those horse shows, California, Toronto, Alberta, all over North America pretty much. And we have really good responses from the show customers as well that come, that bring their horses to the shows and that get stabled in the coverall. They really enjoy it. The temperature stays very good. It doesn't get too hot in the summer, which is a great aspect of it as well. I'd highly recommend it. I've got to say, going in, we had never, when we first thought about putting the barn in a coverall, we were a little bit leery about it. And last winter we rode in one of the coveralls all winter long and just loved it. So it wasn't even a question. After we dealt with the coverall for just a very short time, it really convinced us that it was the right thing to do. So I would definitely convince other people to go ahead and do it. We've been had nothing but great remarks from our customers, and we've really enjoyed it ourselves. But now we ride in the Titan. That's even nicer. But from a brightness point of view, it's not like a regular barn. Can be very dark and very dingy, and this is very light, bright. It's easy to keep clean. There's not a lot of noise related to the roof, so for, there's, even when it rains hard, we don't get a huge noise from the rain as you would on a tin roof. And I just think that it's enjoyable to work around. It's easy to work with. You don't have to have a lot of artificial light. Whatever sun there is, even if there's not much sun, it still comes through, and that's really nice.
Another great feature about the coverall, and I'm not sure why, but I think it's the fabric, is that the sound. We only have 4 speakers in this entire building, and there's no echo, and these are very key for us during our horse shows, because if we don't communicate with our riders, then they don't know what their schedules with their rings. So it's important to us that they're constantly informed, and if we didn't feel that 4 speakers were enough, we would add more because we would have to. we are very comfortable with the sound system in this coverall as well. People call me constantly and ask about the buildings, whether they've stabled here or whether they've spectated at our shows. We get over 25,000 spectators a year here, so we get numerous phone calls asking about everything on the property, from footing to washrooms to arenas. Anytime that they talk about arenas, they always ask about the coveralls. Because they are unique looking, they want to know, why do you have so many of them? And every single time I tell them, it basically comes down to feedback from the riders, feedback from people stabled here, and cost. Mostly you get something, you're paying a little less, but you're not getting as much. But this is a win-win for our facility, we feel, with CoverAll, because we're paying a little less than steel buildings and we're getting a lot more.